What if I told you the Victoria real estate market just had one of its most balanced spring months in years? Not overheated, not collapsing or bubble bursting like the news says, just balanced. And honestly, that might be the most important part and signal that buyers and sellers have seen in a long time. Now, April didn't bring chaos to the Victoria market, it brought consistency. A total of 643 properties sold across Victoria Real Estate Board in April. Now that's essentially unchanged from last year, up just 0.2% or one less sale. It's also 11.1% higher than the month of March. Now activity is clearly picking up as we move deeper into the spring market, and that matters because momentum has been building steadily over the past few months. What's different now is that we're no longer seeing a market driven by panic, urgency, or extreme competition. Buyers are active, sellers are participating, and conditions are starting to feel more balanced across most property types. Inventory is a big reason why we finished April with 3,710 active listings, which is nearly 14% higher than March and over 8% higher than this time last year. Now that is a major shift from the inventory shortages Victoria became known for over the last several years, and more inventory changes buyer behavior. People have more options and they're taking their time. Sometimes they're coming back for a second and third showing. They're comparing properties more carefully and they're negotiating more confidently. That doesn't mean homes aren't selling. They absolutely are, but the listings that are winning right now are the ones that are priced correctly, marketed properly, and positioned strategically from day one. Now let's break down pricing by property type, starting with condos. The median condo price came in at $545,000, which is up slightly from last month, but essentially flat year over year. Condo sales actually increased nearly 6% compared to April of last year, showing that demand remains strong for more affordable entry points into the market. For a lot of buyers, especially first-time home buyers and downsizers, condos continue to offer one of the best opportunities to enter the Victoria's market without stretching into detached home pricing. Now, townhomes told a slightly different story. Now, the median price came in at $752,500, down 2.9% from last month and last year. Now, that doesn't necessarily signal weakness. It's more reflective of buyers becoming increasingly price sensitive in the middle market. Buyers still wanting the extra space and functionality that townhouses provide, but they're also being more selective about value, location, and monthly carrying cost. And then there's detached homes. Single-family homes continue to anchor the market with a median price of $1,195,000. That's slightly up from March, but down 1.2% compared to last year. What we're seeing here is stability more than acceleration. Well-presented homes in desirable locations are still attracting strong interest, but buyers are no longer blindly chasing every listing that hits the market. Strategy matters more now than it ever has in years, and of course, we need to talk about interest rates. The Bank of Canada officially held its policy rate at 2.25%, which was widely expected. For buyers, this means borrowing conditions remain relatively stable for now, but affordability is still a major factor in decision making. Rising costs, global uncertainty, and overall consumer confidence are still shaping how people approach real estate decisions in Victoria. And for sellers, this is exactly why pricing and presentation have become so important. In a more balanced market, buyers have choices, and when buyers have choices, the details absolutely matter. The homes that stand out visually show well online and hit the market at the right price point, they're still moving quickly. The ones that miss the mark are sitting longer and requiring adjustments later. So what's the takeaway from April? Victoria's market isn't overheating and it's not slowing dramatically either. It's stabilizing. Inventory is healthy, buyer activity is steady, and the spring market is shaping up to be one of the most balanced environments we've seen in years. Now, if you're a buyer, this may be one of the better opportunities we've had in a while to make thoughtful decisions without extreme pressure. And if you're a seller, this is a market where preparation and strategy can make a massive difference in your outcome. I'm Thomas Calla with Pinnacle Homes Group, and if you want to understand how these numbers apply to your specific neighborhood or home, your property, or your plans this year, reach out anytime.